Hey, this is Walter Jones.
This is Austin St. John.
And you're listening to
Ranger Danger.
Go, go, Ranger Danger! Ooh. Go, go, Ranger Danger! Ooh. Go, go, Ranger Danger! Matt and Michael's Ranger Danger!
Welcome once again to Mighty Morphin Ranger Danger. This is the podcast where we were chopping them up, we were chopping them down, because it's an ancient Chinese art and everybody knew their part.
Matt, that song's about Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Kung Fu's different to ninjas.
Yeah. But it's fighting.
Also, I have
There's not a lot of songs about ninjas. I think there'd be more.
I have problems with the logistics of that song.
How do you mean?
I don't believe that everybody was Kung Fu fighting.
You don't know.
Not simultaneously.
It could have, it doesn't have to be for a long period of time. Could have just been one very brief moment of Kung Fu fighting.
It was as fast as lightning.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the stars aligning. In one moment, everyone just happened to be Kung Fu fighting.
That would be a little bit frightening. Okay.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
All right.
Even just from an existential perspective.
All right. This is not a podcast about Carl Douglas's 1977 hit Kung Fu Fighting.
I wish it was, but it's not. It's actually a podcast about Power Rangers.
Yep.
Where we watch episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then we talk about it afterwards.
Yep.
My name is Matt.
Michael, hey guys.
And Tim is back once again on the podcast.
Explosion sound effect.
Tim, you haven't been on a regular episode of the podcast
No,
for
it's been a while, yeah.
20 episodes.
Oof.
That's nearly 6 months.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
But I think you've come back at a good time because today we'll be watching episode 116 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers entitled Ninja Quest Part 1. There'll be a quest, there'll be ninjas. I don't know what more you want from life.
Are we on a quest for ninjas?
Well, I mean, either for ninjas or you are ninjas on a quest. Either way, I think you're on a winner.
Ninjas on a quest for ninjas is peak.
The thing is, it'd be a very short quest because you can just look in a mirror and be like, oh, there's a ninja.
But if you're specific ones, you're after,
I
imagine.
Yeah, so it'd be specific ninja quest.
Yeah.
Not like some ninja quest.
Yeah.
Okay. If you cut, a ninja's leg off...
Yeah.
It
And you
goes
just
back.
well, obviously.
No.
But if you
They
just,
can actually shed one when in danger to distract predators.
you try and grab their leg and they just come off.
You've confused ninjas with lizards.
Wait, what?
You know the little crawly things with 4 legs like a snake with legs?
Ninjas?
No, lizards.
What?
Ninjas are the Japanese dudes who kill people.
What?
You know lizards.
Which ones eat flies?
I don't think either of them.
Oh no.
Boy, we really don't know what we're getting into. This could go so many ways.
Anyway, if you have the leg of a ninja, wouldn't that be some ninja? Isn't it both the plural and the singular? So if you
ninjas is the
if you went on a ninja
I don't know
quest
why
and
you cut off a ninja's leg to get to plurals. That you could just add another one.
say if I have two.
No, but I'm saying if you're on a quest, you don't even need to find one whole ninja. You could just get some ninja.
But you're assuming that
Is a ninja leg easier to find than a whole ninja, though?
fair cop.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair cop. He's got you there.
probably much harder thinking about it now.
Because you have to find a ninja and then extract the leg.
Interesting ninja fact. In Japanese, the plural for ninja is ninja. But in America, the plural is ninjas.
Well, that's dumb. Of course, ninja should be the plural of ninja. It's awesome. If you I want to fight 100 ninja, not 100 ninjas. Makes them sound so common.
That's actually true.
So, but what that means is they may be questing for one or more ninjas.
That's right.
We don't know how many ninja.
It just adds to the mystery, which I love.
Is that how the plural structure in Japanese works, sort of across the board?
I don't know. Do you want me to Google plurals in Japan?
Yeah, well, I just figure samurai might be the same.
That's true.
Yeah, that does sound right.
Most nouns have no plural form.
There you go. There you go.
That's really interesting. Okay, so that's what we're going to say. This is probably the season opener, at least in practice, of season 3.
Yeah, so we saw the last 3 weeks were the first 3 episodes of season 3, but they were really setting up a different show that Saban was trying to make happen.
A backdoor pilot for Master Rider.
Yeah, that was kind of terrible.
But also kind of great, because the Master Rider villains are so cool.
It was definitely a nice change of pace.
Yes.
But it was not a good set of Power Rangers episodes.
Yeah, but there was that lightsaber that came out of a guy's belt that shot other lightsabers. So
I mean, when you put it like that, it makes it incredibly difficult to sound like it was a bad thing.
That's what I'm saying. So before we watch that episode, Michael...
Yep.
I
should say one thing. This is our first episode of 2016.
Hey!
So,
Welcome to 2016!
Happy New Year, folks.
Yeah. Good job making it this far into this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's only a couple of days in, but still.
I hope it's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Without any cheer? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. I think you did that last time.
Right.
I'm sure we've done that song.
Look, I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of content in me. I figure we do this so often that I can just keep churning the same stuff over every 20 episodes or so.
Right, with the Superboy method.
Yeah.
Which is you just need to write 12 issues of your comic and eventually all the kids will stop reading it and you can just write the old ones.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we have a website, www.rangerdangerpodcast.com, where you can find show notes and other stuff. If you want to send us an email, which we sometimes read out on the show, that's rangerdangerpodcast@gmail.com. We're on Twitter, so if you want to send us a Twitter tweet, we're at RangerDcast. We're also on Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Google+, and we have a shop. That's rangerdangerpodcast.com/shop, where you can buy things and stuff.
We do like stuff and things.
Generally speaking. We like it even more when you buy stuff and things, and even more so, stuff and things from us.
Yeah, we're not just like general fans of consumerism.
I mean, I understand the need to keep the economy moving, so I don't want everyone to stop buying things as a whole.
I mean, even if it was on our recommendation, I don't think we have that wide an effect.
That's a big push.
Yeah.
Like, hey everyone, not anymore.
That's year 5. End of capitalism.
God, is that what we're building to?
Yes, right.
We're going to have to gain some steam in the next couple to get up to that level.
I wish you told me earlier, because I would have tried a little harder if we were going to end capitalism.
Would you? I feel like you might have fought against it. Whereas now we've got the inertia of it. You can't stop, so you've wasted your time.
I definitely think we need to consider ending capitalism before we do it.
No. It's our mission.
Okay.
And because of the sunk time fallacy, you can't just quit the podcast because you have wasted so many episodes of your time.
No, but it's a fallacy, and I know it's a fallacy.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop people.
This has been a weird podcast intro. I think it's just because Tim's here.
That is so rude. We haven't talked about bees once. So pinning it on me is
Do you
not
want to talk
fair.
about bees?
No.
Okay, do you have a bee fact for us?
No. I have a swan fact.
Go.
They date. They enter into committed relationships before they've reached sexual maturity.
Wow.
And if those pairs break up, there's wide-reaching swan social implications.
What? That is fascinating to
There
me.
you go. Now you know.
Plus, they can break a man's arm. Or is that geese?
What? Sorry, what?
Swans
How?
or...
With what?
I'm thinking of ninjas.
No, listen. No, swans or geese, I don't remember which it is, have super strong necks and wings and shit.
And very short tempers.
That's actually... You never say boo to a goose. That's a thing. Oh, don't! You came in here 3 weeks ago with your when the vows go a-walking.
Yeah, because that's a real thing they teach in school. You don't say boo to a goose. Is that...
Look, never say boo to... Google auto-completes to a
never
goose.
heard
Is
that?
to a ghost on there as well?
Yes, it is.
Knew
Look,
it.
it's on idioms.thefreedictionary.com.
Alright, cool. That's so weird. That's a metaphor, right? It's not just a warning about geese.
No, don't fuck with geese.
Alright.
It's not like never tickle a sleeping dragon.
That's what I thought.
No, you actually shouldn't ever tickle a sleeping
Yeah, but
dragon.
that's less of a problem.
It's good advice.
Yeah, I mean... Okay, so... Sorry, I'm still catching up with the geese.
Matt, I'm sorry, because we previously discovered that you didn't know the idiom, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Yes.
Do you just not know bird idioms?
I just hate birds, so I've kept away from all that idiom realm.
Oh, God.
But if it's about vowels and walking, I'm all over it.
Okay.
Is there anything we need to talk about before you watch the episode today,
I
Michael?
mean, I kind of want to talk about bird idioms a bit more.
I am definitely open to that.
That's a different podcast.
I'm all about idioms. I know what it said as a dodo, so...
What about as mad as a wet hen?
Nope.
I've also never heard that
Does
one.
that mean, is that crazy or angry?
Or maybe both.
Angry. Do you know As the Crow Flies?
I do know that one.
Okay.
Which is weirdly specific. like most birds fly in a straight line, right?
I would imagine so.
Why is the crow getting the call out?
But I feel like as the albatross flies would imply some sort of like large migratory pattern.
Sure.
Which is not what we're talking
it's
about.
like over there at 1C at least.
Really, we could say in a straight line, but I know that that's what idioms do. I can get it.
Make things slightly more complicated.
Yeah.
For no reason.
All right, season 3. This has been 10 minutes of nonsense, so I think we should probably go watch the episode.
Yeah, I needed 10 minutes of nonsense because last episode I made you laugh so hard we had 90 seconds of dead air, and then we lost the episode.
I'm sorry, it happened once.
Well, I don't blame you.
Well, it sounded... Hold on. I don't blame you, but hey, remember that time that we had nonsense and then you lost it?
I just
That
wanted to
sounds
tell
a
the
lot like
listeners
blaming.
because we have no proof of it anymore.
Yeah, what did you say? Oh, the episode is called Race to Rescue Christmas,
Yeah.
and you said, where's Rescue Christmas?
I think I said, when's the last time you visited Rescue Christmas? The humour's in the specificity. Hey, I got both of them. This worked out alright.
Just don't delete this one.
Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna go watch Ninja Quest.
Yes.
We're gonna
Ninja!
I predict multiple ninja are being quested for.
Can I be honest?
Yep.
I predict no ninja, but one ninja robot.
Pretty good guess. Although it could be like no ninjas or ninja robots until like part 4.
That's true. I'm actually not expecting.
That's a really
lot from
rock
part
solid
one.
guess,
Yeah.
actually.
We should say this is a 4-parter.
Yeah.
This show normally doesn't have the material for 3-parters,
No.
and it's done multiple 3-parters.
Yes.
I'm very worried about a 4-parter.
Even the 5-parter, which is often considered the high point of the series,
God, is
It
it?
has like
Yeah.
at least 2 parts that could go.
completely unnecessary. Absolutely. Yeah, it'd be a super great miniseries if it lost 2/3 of its content. And it was like 2 good episodes.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, let's go watch Ninja Quest Part 1.
Yep.
And hopefully this bucks the trend. We'll see you soon, guys. That was some heavy shit.
Holy shit!
That got dark.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it gets pretty real. I mean, like, in previous seasons, when we've lost Megazords,
Yes.
that's what I remember from my childhood. So
Right.
whenever I see it, I'm like, oh, that was anticlimactic.
Because the last time they got like... I don't even remember. I don't think they lost them. They just got Thunder upgraded.
Sometimes they accidentally walked into lava, but then they got better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is not that.
Holy shit!
It was protracted and very
Very
intense.
graphic, right?
I think I was kind of prepared for the Megazords to go away.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for that to be as intense as it was.
Yeah.
And I also was not prepared for all the other new shit that happens in this episode.
Yeah.
Like, this does not waste any time being like, right, season 3, new show.
I like season 3.
I like it. I mean, look, here's the thing. We got 3 parts of this 4-parter left.
Yeah.
There's plenty of time for this show to disappoint us. If this show is like this show in season 3,
Yep.
best.
Yep.
Great. Will we take it from the top?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Starts with volleyball.
So I think, interestingly, still no new opening sequence.
No.
Which I assume we will get once they get all their new shit at the end of the episode.
At the end of the series.
The multi-parter.
Yep.
It's a surprising amount of like self-restraint for this show.
For them, yeah.
To actually not just go,
Ruin
right,
shit?
season 3, we've just put this on the front of season 3.
Yeah, I think like we're just hitting the cuffs now, or I think there's some people working on the show that care about the show.
Yeah,
like,
I mean...
at all. And it's an exciting period of time to be entering into.
It really is. So yeah, volleyball.
Yeah.
It's the annual volleyball tournament between Angel Grove and Stone Canyon.
Yep.
The winners get a free lunch at Ernie's new outdoor cafe,
Yeah.
which is a new thing.
Yeah, exciting for Ernie.
I guess, Ernie and the production team have enough money for that now.
Yeah. And like he was going out of business not too long ago, so that's
Yeah.
a remarkable reversal of fortune.
Well, I mean, he may not because he's giving away lunch.
Yeah, so...
it's interesting too that it's against Stone Canyon, which is Rocky and Aisha. And
Yeah,
Adam's old
so
school.
the Angel Grove team is the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
All the other kids in that town must hate the Power
100%.
Rangers. Because the Power Rangers are like they're the best ninjas, they're the best volleyball players, they get picked to go overseas to, like...
Peace conferences.
There'd be a kid who's not as smart as Billy,
Yep.
but is incredibly smart.
And very hard work.
Who's bummed out.
Who is just can never beat Billy,
No.
because Billy is a genius and a Power Ranger.
Yeah, and great at sport. Like, everyone forgets.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely, it's bullshit.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, it opens with volleyball, and that's kind of protracted. But then we get a snap to the moon,
Yeah.
where Lord Zed actually has a present for Rita.
So this is interesting. He's got her blindfolded,
Yeah.
but also has the present under a blanket.
You got to be comprehensive with this shit.
I mean, it just seems like an unnecessary second level.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's apparently their anniversary. In real time, it's only been like 7 months since they got married on the show.
Although, even within the runs of the show, they don't seem to to know how long it's been since they got married. So
Yeah, it's their anniversary. It's a new telescope.
yeah, it looks slightly more technological than Rita's old one.
Yeah. I guess her old telescope was downstairs, and they...
Pretty sure when Lord Zed rocked up, he just threw it over the balcony. It's like, over it goes.
I mean, I have binocular V vision,
Yeah,
so
I don't need this shit.
Where did he get the telescope from?
he
Well,
had
I'm
it
sure-
made, he purchased it online,
Yeah.
and had it delivered.
To the moon?
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
But it costs like $200 to get shipped to Australia.
Yeah.
Are you telling me it's not like $1 billion to get
He can
something
afford a moon base.
They just put it on drones now. It's fine. It's not that expensive.
I don't believe that to be true, but let's just move on. So there's a loud rumbling something.
Yep.
Something is happening.
Oh no, that's filled with portent.
So, yeah, down on Earth, Billy's like, what was that loud rumbling? And no one else seems bothered by it.
Well, some of them don't seem bothered. The rest don't seem to have heard it.
Like, if there's a sound that has somehow travelled from the moon to
I
Earth...
don't know it came from the moon.
No, but we know it came from the moon.
Yeah.
And that means it's passed through a lot of vacuum, which I assume means it's incredibly loud?
I don't
like-
think that works at all, actually.
It doesn't seem like it would be that loud either, given what it is.
And also, Billy's on, like, it's daytime, so they're on the opposite side of the Earth.
Yes.
Well, not necessarily.
No, the moon can be out during the day.
Yeah, but, like, the moon's definitely not directly above them, because that means it's nighttime.
Sure.
Right?
But it could be like,
Sure,
above
but
the horizon.
I'm just saying, everyone should have heard it. It is weird for one person to be like, what's that loud noise? And everyone else to be, I didn't hear it.
He's
Unless-
just got great hearing.
Yeah, Billy has super hearing.
That's possible. Everyone's got the same shirt and colour-coded pants.
They're a volleyball team.
Is that a thing?
Volleyball teams? Yes.
Okay.
Volleyball teams exist.
I know you don't know a lot about sport.
I don't know a lot about sport.
Can confirm.
That's true. Okay, so something's happening on the moon.
Yep.
He's climbing out of a hole?
Yeah, I think
Well,
he...
the crater he made, I
Yeah.
imagine.
That was my reading. He landed,
Right.
and then landed with such force he had to, crawl out of a crater.
That makes more sense, because if he's been on the moon this whole time, it's very irresponsible of Rita to not have helped him out.
Yeah.
So he's a comedy character
Yeah, but also...
who is terrifying to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a skeleton soldier,
Yep.
Where his helmet is another skull. On
and
the
so's
back of
his
head.
torso.
Yeah.
And
like
half of
his
him-
kneecaps and everything.
Half of him is painted camo,
Yeah.
and the other half is just like the bleached grey of bones.
He's so cool. And he's got a sword of bone.
I think it's interesting, this show, like, the decision to make that a comedy character
Yeah.
is such a weird...
But that's what you've got to work with, right?
Yeah, but I don't know, like, obviously I haven't seen the rest of the season. I don't know that they had to use this suit, necessarily.
Yeah.
It's just like, it was like when they made Bondage King.
Yep.
They made him into like a magical magician for one episode.
Yep.
It just seems like they were like, oh, who's this terrifying skull soldier? Let's make him Rita's bumbling brother.
Although, like, we say bumbling, but he's not that bumbling.
Well, no, he's very successful.
Yeah.
He's just a bit of, like, he's a bit rednecky, I
Yeah,
guess,
he's
is the
super
tone of the
rednecky.
voice.
Yeah.
He's like the country bumpkin little brother.
So he's got some eggs.
Yep.
Which he buries on the moon.
Yes.
And then he fireballs himself to the throne room.
Yeah.
That's how he gets her out.
It's pretty cool.
He's like a comet.
And then, like, he just fireballs in the front door and just collapses on the floor.
Yep.
So, this is Rito Revolto.
Yeah.
Rita's brother, who has a different surname.
Makes you wonder about their naming structure.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
Like, what is there a surname?
Is he a half-brother? Like, is she
Well, what
a
if they're
mother?
just taking names?
That's possible, I guess. Like, it's a title.
But also, like, she's a relatively humanoid-looking witch, and
he's a
skeleton
skeleton, yeah.
Although, like, there's an implication that Lord Zed used to be just a guy until he did something that stripped the skin from his...
Is there?
Oh,
Where is that
maybe-
implication?
Maybe we haven't gotten to that yet.
No,
What?
Isn't that the narrative?
That's entirely new to me and horrifying.
What, do you think he was born with no skin? and
That's somehow less bad to me.
it's definitely less gross, but it doesn't make any sense.
No, but I mean, this
Fair.
is a
No,
show
no,
where
no,
Rita
that's fine.
Repulsa and Rita Revolto are related
But
somehow.
they're just taking names. They're like Pope names.
Given that there's a fleeting mention to Rita and Rito's dad
Having a dad,
in
yes,
this
sharing
scene.
a dad.
Knowing who that is,
Okay.
I can say that the names are thematic, and that seems to be...
Okay, so is this like Frieza and Cooler
Yes.
are like brothers and their father is King Cold because people who dub television shows don't have any imagination?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Although my understanding is that in Japan, the Dragon Ball Z characters are all named after...
They're
food.
all puns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But like specifically food puns. Yeah, cool. So we now have Rita Revolto.
Yeah,
He's
so
just kicking it in the
Squat
throne
and
room.
Babu are surprised by the presence, like the existence of Rita's brother, of Rita having a brother.
Presumably because she never mentioned it.
They've been with Rita for a long time.
Yeah.
At least 10,000 years.
It never came up?
It apparently, they have never... And we know that it's not like time is frozen inside that jar.
No.
We've seen Rita inside that jar.
But there's also the implication in the series that all of these things are like eons old.
Yes.
And that 10,000 years is just kind of like, a week.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, that's so weird in this context.
And I feel like I would know if, like, someone had a secret brother. I mean, I guess not if it was a secret.
Not if it was a secret.
By definition.
All right, so Alpha
Yep.
can't find the source of the disturbance.
Yep.
Which is absolutely useless.
Yes.
Well, the parametric spectrometer's down, Michael. So
How will
what
you
the fuck's he
find
meant
the
to do?
parametrics?
Like, what an idiot Alpha is. His gear doesn't work. What do you want?
The thing is, I don't hate that name.
The
Because,
parametric spectrometer.
yeah, because it's measuring like paranormal activity basically, and it needs a metric for that, and it scans spectrums to find out what paranormal happenings are happening.
It's certainly closer to an acceptable science name than we've ever
Than
had
a
on
lot
this
of
show
other
before.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's perfect, but
And it's much better than, like, the 3 different power swords and swords of power that we've had.
Exactly.
Well, that's just confusing.
Yep. It sure is. So Rito is just, like, sitting on the stairs up to Lord Zed's throne.
Yep.
Fucking with his staff.
yep. Isn't he the coolest character?
He's awesome. He's
Like,
so good.
I kind of hate him. But just because I didn't think that the moon needed another comedy character, but definitely he's the best one of them.
Yeah, I think he's like in the Avengers comics, particularly pre-2000.
Yeah.
Hawkeye was like the comedy character, but more than that, he was there to be. He was the one to subvert the team,
Yeah.
and make it so it wasn't just like a big bunch of people getting along all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's Rito's role. Not so much comedy, but there to just be
Set off the others.
Yeah, be friction within them so that they're not just a bunch of people just sort of all saying the same thing all the time.
I mean, it's interesting. Goldar occasionally served that purpose.
Yeah.
Squat and Babu used to serve that purpose a very long time ago.
Yeah.
Both of the, like, Squat and Babu do nothing anymore. Goldar has become...
Too snivelling.
Goldar's become so much worse than he even started as.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the show needed it.
Yeah.
It could maybe have done it with an existing character, but let's see how it goes.
But he's so much better. He sits on the stairs to the throne and just calls Lord Zed Ed like 8 times in a row. It's so good.
So the
Such a
eggs,
dick.
the eggs that he buried,
Yeah.
they're a wedding present.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. That no one knows what they are.
Including us. We don't find out. Yeah.
Yeah. So they come up with a plan. Now that Rito's here, he can lead an army of monsters.
Yes.
Specifically, he can be the decoy. He sounds very excited about being the decoy, which is not normally the role that you want to get excited about.
No,
He
but
does admit to not knowing what a decoy is.
yeah, that'd be why. He's just excited to be involved.
Oh, that's kind of sweet, really.
Yeah, he's a sweet guy.
The Angel Grove team win volleyball.
Yep.
Shocker.
And Ernie's like, but you're all so good, you can all have lunch.
Everybody's a winner.
Which is why he nearly went broke
I
that
was
time.
gonna
He
say-
can't run a business for shit.
He's too nice.
I would not invest in his business.
No.
Like, he would tank so hard, so fast.
But then we say that, but he's expanded to an outdoor area.
Yeah, but we don't know that that's because he, like, somehow took out $1 million loan and is now tanking all that money as well.
I guess.
That's true.
So, Ernie's Outdoor Cafe.
Yeah.
This is a new thing.
It's really
Use
nice.
And this was really surprising to me because I remember the juice bar existing like in
For a long
Turbo
time.
and maybe even into space. So I was not expecting to see something
different thing,
other than
yeah,
the
yeah.
juice bar. I thought the juice bar would continue.
It's an interesting thing about this episode is that there's several spots where they could have just used something they'd used before.
Yep, absolutely.
And they use new stuff instead.
Yep.
Just to have it feel fresh.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's a surprising change for the show.
Yeah. I mean, my understanding is like shooting outdoors would be more difficult to do.
Yeah.
Because if
Lighting
you like,
conditions.
if you want to shoot during the day, you have to shoot actually during the day, and if you're shooting like at midday, the light is really bright, and if it's rainy, so it's an interesting production decision for a show that normally tries to minimize difficulties
Issues.
as much as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yep.
They can't blow it up. It's just an outdoor thing.
They can't blow it up.
Yeah, like at the end of the season, they can't be like, oh no, someone's destroyed the outdoor cafe. It's just some tables.
They can
Why?
blow up the tables and the walls and the infrastructure.
And the floor.
Yeah.
Seems like a weird thing to say, Michael.
I don't think it is.
They can absolutely blow
One
it up.
thing we see on the moon that we skipped past, Goldar spotting Rito, who's lifting weights made of 2 rocks.
Yeah.
Did
Two giant boulders.
Did he bring those with him? Did he just
They're
make
in the
them?
moon-based gym, probably.
Yeah, I mean, like, Goldar's pretty strong.
The swole
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. And I feel like he doesn't do much most of the time. He's probably just down there bench pressing shit.
Oh, that would explain so much.
Wouldn't it? He's that guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely he is. He's like, yeah, I'll take you on in a fight. I'll fight you.
Yeah.
You want to fight? And then they come and they're like, you wear the Power Rangers. He's like, okay, I'm not.
Let's not fight about this. Yeah, he's that guy.
In the outdoor cafe, 2 girls
Yep.
are about to make out.
Yeah.
That's
They're
the
just,
only...
their faces are so close.
Their noses in particular are basically touching.
And they're talking about something,
Yeah.
but they're not talking about a secret thing.
No.
They're not like, hey, here's a thing that we know and we have to whisper and be really close
They're
to each
talking
other.
about wanting to know who the Power Rangers are, specifically the dudes, so that they can get their freak on with them,
Yeah.
I guess.
They love a guy in uniform.
But they're just...
Is it
It
the uniform?
Seems like they love each other
Yeah.
from their face distance.
I mean, those things are mutually exclusive.
No, absolutely not. But it seemed inappropriate in Ernie's cafe.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
So they're basically like, we want to know who the Power Rangers are.
Yep.
And Bulk and Skull do not come up with a plan to find out who the Power Rangers are to get laid.
No, isn't this amazing?
Yeah,
Well, they just come up with a shorter term plan to get laid.
that's true, but
You would
for-
think it's shorter term, but
Well, okay, here's the thing. They announced that they're going to join the Angel Grove Junior Police Force.
Yes.
I know that that's a thing.
Yes.
For the next 3 years of this show.
That's what I'm saying.
I was expecting that to be at the start of Turbo.
Yeah.
Someone goes, they're going to join the police force. They're starting it now?
Yeah, in a junior version, yeah.
Just really as a joke? Like...
Not as a joke, as an attempt to get laid.
No, but like as a joke played to the audience. Like...
Ah,
I,
Bulk and Skull are cops now.
Like, I don't know that that's going to be any longer term than the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Like, if that came back, I'd be surprised. So the fact that I know it's going to hang around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it?
We get like a panning shot of everybody being shocked. Some people are overplaying it a bit, including every one of the Power Rangers.
Like,
Oh, fucking orange t-shirt in the front.
yeah, there's that one extra who was just like hamming it up too far, even for Power Rangers.
He was from theatre for sure.
Yeah. And then the camera pan to Kimberly was that bad as well. And I was like, oh, Jesus, guys, come on.
She makes up for that at the end of the episode, though, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so on the moon again.
Yep.
Finster has a parade of old monsters.
Yes.
Fighting Flea is there.
Yep.
Octo Phantom.
Yep.
Stag Beetle.
Yep.
And one other lizard one that I don't remember the name of.
Like the wolf lizard one.
Yeah, whatever that one was.
He's probably a ninja. A wolf ninja.
A wolf ninja. Oh, that's... Okay.
We'll probably end up with one of those.
Yeah.
So the plan is they're all going to go down and they're going to fight the Power Rangers.
Yep.
That's basically the extent of the plan.
Hey.
Well, the plan is that Rito's going to go down, make the Rangers think that Rito's going to fight them, and then ambush them with 4 monsters.
Good plan.
That would be like not a great plan because we've seen the Rangers fight multiple monsters before.
Yep.
But it actually doesn't feel unearned.
No.
Like when it happens at the end of this episode.
I think too, because it's not just like that's not just why the plan succeeds. It's because Rito is also very strong.
Yes.
Like it almost feels like, I guess we'll get to this, but it feels like it might have gone that way even with just Rito.
Just Rito,
potentially.
yep.
Yeah.
So the monsters go down.
Yep.
There's a night bit where Rito doesn't know how to get out of the castle because he's only been there 30 seconds and he flew in through the window.
Yeah.
And he says, maybe that big lizard knows the way.
He's the best.
He's
character.
a pretty good character.
He's awesome.
So when they go down to Earth as well, the other monsters hide behind trees to get ready for the ambush, and then he's just like, "What? Now what?"
And just lays down in the middle of the park.
Yeah, just like lays down and chills for a bit.
So the Rangers arrive.
Yep.
Alpha told them that there was a disturbance.
Yeah, and this is another situation where this is somewhere they haven't shot before.
Yep.
Like, it looks different when they could have just done this in the park like they would have done a million times before.
They morph.
Yep.
There was an interesting thing in the morphing sequence where they're all in a line.
Yep.
And then we cut to a different shot and they're all in a V.
Yes.
Why would you have them in 2 different positions to shoot those shots?
It does look pretty dynamic for the camera.
But
when
did
do
they
the morph in that V.
Did they all just like step back during the like?
I mean, it's kind of a thing in Power Rangers that you just kind of step around when you're morphing to best suit the camera.
Yes.
Like, often people turn around to face the camera when they morph. You know?
Those ones are great. I love those. So the moon people,
Yes.
have got a new
Moon people?
You know what I mean?
No.
They've got a new Make My Monster Grow.
Yeah.
We're done with the bombs and throwing the staff.
Yep.
Rita and Zed cross their staves.
Yep.
And say, by the power and force of lightning,
Yes.
make my monster grow.
Yes.
Now, clearly this is because whatever Sentai it is, and I'll have to look it up, that we're up to,
Yep.
that has lightning-based monster growing. And we need them to do that.
yeah.
Right? Lightning doesn't make things grow.
It's not
traditionally.
actual lightning. It's magic lightning.
I mean, they just like...
Bombs don't make things grow either, but
they
you never
just-
batted
they
an
just
eyelid
say-
at
They
that.
just say, by the power and force of lightning. That doesn't make sense. That's dumb.
Yeah, cool. So the magic moon people are doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It looks cool, though.
It does look cool.
Particularly because, like, they're a team now.
Yes.
And having them cross their both quite iconic stars.
Yep.
To do that, it's pretty shit hot.
So Rita Revolto grows.
Yes.
The Rangers summon the Thunderzords.
Again, with a new, like, Zord summoning.
Different shots that they could have just used that existing stock stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. US Zord fight.
Yeah.
Looks fucking rad.
It does.
We
I mean,
saw-
it intercuts a lot of Japanese footage.
We saw one recently
Yep.
that was okay.
Yep.
This one they've busted out like model buildings and prop stuff.
Yeah, they've gone to town. on
And
this
it
one.
just
looks great, right?
I guess it's just because of what happens at the end of the episode is they needed to shoot that.
Yep.
So why not shoot the rest of the stuff?
Yep.
But it's well shot, it's dynamic, it's even well cut with the existing footage that they've got.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's like if all of the Zord fights were this quality,
Yep.
that would be great.
Yep. And it also, throughout the fight, in a sustained sense, feels brutal.
Yes.
Like, they're getting brutalized by those monsters. Like, Rito at first, because at first they don't even know there's other monsters there.
Yeah.
And even then, when Rito is, like, slashing at the Zords,
You're like,
there's
oh boy.
sparks coming out, and the Zords are, like, falling back, and the consoles are exploding.
There's a bunch of really nice shots where, like, the camera pans
Yep.
that we don't normally get in Japanese footage.
Yep.
That, like, they can now, because of the scale models, they can pan, like, past a building and it feels
Give
like
you
it's in a
parallax,
space.
yeah.
Yep.
It's really, like...
Dynamic.
It's really nice. It's good to watch.
Yep.
So they make the other monsters grow.
Yep.
And the Rangers are fucked.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, capital F fucked.
Yep. Because they were already pretty fucked when they were fighting Rito.
I feel like
Yeah.
they might have been able to pull that out.
Yeah.
But...
It could have
By outnumbering him.
Yes.
Yep.
But having now 5-1, 5-2, sorry.
Wouldn't it have been good if they'd had some sort of shield Zord that could protect them from attacks?
Yeah, or just dropping everyone from above.
Yeah, like some sort of turtle.
Yeah.
That'd be good to have.
Yeah. Like
Anyway.
yeah. I miss Tor.
Everyone misses Tom.
Oh.
So it's not just the Zords they're having trouble. Back at the command center,
Yep.
shit is getting really real.
Yeah, so there's something called the Power Accelerator.
Yep.
And that's almost at peak level.
Yep.
Now,
Not good.
In my head, the Power Accelerator is the thing that balances the Power Rangers' powers with the monsters that they're fighting.
Okay.
So, like, if they're fighting one weak monster, it doesn't give them, like, the superpowers.
Yep.
Because they can only use their weapons for defense.
Yep.
But because there's Rito, who's new and powerful,
Yep.
and 4 monsters,
Yep.
it's like I actually just don't have enough stuff to give
To actually
them.
match that.
Yeah, it's not capping it anymore.
Yeah.
It's just failing to meet the... Yep.
And shit's just exploding in the command center.
Yeah, and shit has exploded in the command center before, but not like this.
No, shit normally goes like, pfft,
Yeah.
and this is explosions everywhere and smoke.
Yeah,
and
heaps
like,
of smoke.
It's just, it really...
It feels traumatic.
Yeah, compared to like a classic Megazord fight,
Yeah.
this really sells it as like, everyone is struggling. We're not tactically down.
Yep.
We're actually just physically
Getting
outmatched.
hammered, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And there's a really interesting beat in this where Zordon says that if they keep up like this level of fighting, everything could explode to the extent that the Power Rangers' powers will be stripped from them.
Yeah.
And the Rangers are like, well, we can't stop fighting. There's monsters. We have to keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
And introduces this concept that it's kind of the Power Rangers' not fault, but their decision leads to what happens at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else they could have done.
I mean,
But
like,
there's plenty of like backing off that's happened in the past.
yeah.
Of like, oh, we can't do it.
Yeah.
Let's
We
come
have
back
to
strong.
Let's
run
go
and
find
hide.
a magical
yeah.
herb or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. But instead of doing that, they don't back down, and then they have to pay the price for it.
Is this the first example of hubris in Power Rangers?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Which was like kind of earned on their part because they have never not been able to fight their way out of something.
Yes.
So of course they're gonna be like, yeah, we'll fight through because we're gonna win. It's what we do.
On the moon, everyone is congering.
Yes.
It's a weird time for that.
I mean, here's the... Yeah, first
Like
of all...
for me in my emotional arc as I
First
watch.
of all, they haven't won yet. And they've been close to winning a
Plenty.
lot.
Yeah.
It's like a bad decision for them to celebrate prematurely.
But I'd also feel like as a Monster on the Moon, this is the closest we've gotten, and I'd also feel like we've got it in the bag at this point.
Sure. And they do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just... And then it's weird because everything is going wrong for the Rangers. It's incredibly tense.
Yep. It's a strange tonal shift.
I assume that it's intentional because 11-year-olds watching can't handle, like, Breaking Bad, right? They can't watch everything go bad all at once.
Yeah.
They need a comedy beat to be like, okay, it's still a bit fun and it's
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
like, crazy. But, yeah, it's just the whiplash is insane.
Especially because, like, after breaking the tension, they just ramp the tension right back
Yeah.
up to 11 immediately afterwards.
Rito just basically keeps shooting fire lasers at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shoots like
He's
blast from
got
his
a
sword.
lightning sword,
Yeah.
and he can just like point and shoot lasers.
And laser
from his
lightning eyes too.
Yeah.
The Rangers like bail from the Megazord,
Yeah.
and this is not the usual flailing over the camera shot that we've seen a bunch of times. This
They like
is
pop out the front.
forced perspective, them jumping off something in the background and the Megazord in the front.
Yep.
It's a cool shot,
It looks a little janky.
It's a bit shit.
but it's just
At least they tried.
Yeah.
You know?
and then the Tigerzord loses its head.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically the whole, all of the Zords start exploding, and
The Rangers are on the ground, demorphed.
so the implications they've lost their powers.
Yep.
Everything around the Zords is exploding for a bit, and then the head of the Tiger Zord just rolls off.
Yeah.
It's
And then-
pretty graphic.
Because here's the thing. After that, I was like, okay, and now everything explodes, and
Yeah.
like we get the impression that
That was it.
That was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
dude dying, and then everything happens, and then the Megazord's arm comes off.
Yeah.
And it's wires and cables and explosions.
Particularly because the Tiger Zord especially was early on built up as something that kind of has a personality.
Yep.
So when you see its head roll off and wires going everywhere...
That's a dude dead,
yeah,
kind of,
decapitated, basically.
and like then just bits just start falling off.
Yeah.
The Megazord's torso falls off.
apart, yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah. And it looks great. Like, they did a great job of... Because it's all practical effects.
Yep.
It looks like it has weight, and when
And
things
it's-
start falling like
It's
that...
given the right amount of slow motion that stuff feels heavy.
Yeah.
And then you...
Kim like tries to run in, which is incredibly dumb, but like
Is her instinctive reaction.
if anyone can sell it,
Yeah.
it's Amy Jo Johnson, and she absolutely does.
Yeah.
And like the other Rangers are holding her back, and everyone gets a shot of reacting to this explosion.
But no one anywhere near as much as her. Like, she
No,
gets
she's-
90% of the airtime.
Which is, I mean, a sensible production decision.
Yeah.
But
Because they all look... Like, you can almost see the light of the explosions on their faces, and they're covered in dust, and they look like they've gone through hell.
yeah.
And seeing that actual emotional Ranger and Amy Jo Johnson, which is really selling them, this is
Yeah.
bad.
really bad. It's an intense note to end the episode on.
And then
So that's the actual end of the episode. To be continued. Very dramatic. Smash the credits, where we get the conga line scene again.
Conga Line 2.0.
Yeah. Which has a bit of extra footage of Lord Zed saying "Let's party," basically.
Yeah, it's I guess just what they shot and then they cut it down or something.
Yeah.
Personally, I wish we hadn't seen it earlier. I wish they saved it for the credits.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been
Because that's like
great
a
decision.
hilarious...
Yeah, that's actually
I don't
great
even
if
know
that's unexpected.
what show I can reference that is doing that, where you get like pounded in the face and then it cuts to credits and the bad guys are like, yeah.
That would actually have been
That's-
great
that's-
if it
that's
was-
awesome.
If that was out of nowhere rather than just a bit longer bit of a thing that we'd seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we don't have that now.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right. Is it too soon to put Rita Revolto on the Ranger Danger creature feature?
I think we should at least wait till the end of the miniseries.
Yeah, I'd agree there because he might.
Well, we're going to be spending some more time with him, so...
Yeah. Having said that, I think we should put his sword on the swordboard.
I would agree with
Absolutely.
you there. So, I mean, it's a cool looking sword.
Yep.
It shoots lightning.
Yep.
I don't think it's better than the Thunder Megazord sword.
Not yet, at least, yeah.
Okay.
It looks pretty cool, though, because he, like, holds it up, kind of, like, gets lightning from the
like
sky.
He-Man.
He-Man.
And then
Yeah.
casts it, yeah.
Is it cooler than Saba? Who I guess is dead now, by the way?
Is he?
By the way, yeah. Just on the DL, like, he is a little bit dead.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think if it does one other cool thing,
Yeah.
it's better than Saba.
Yeah.
But Saba talks and flies and shoots lasers.
Sure, yep.
It's better than the Sword of Darkness.
Yes.
The Sword of Darkness is a cool looking sword that's just a sword.
Yep.
This is a cool looking sword that shoots lightning.
Yep.
Okay, so that puts it number 5 on the sword board.
Yep.
Not bad. Of how many, sorry?
5, 6, 7, 11.
Yeah, okay.
And the Dragon Dagger, which we didn't rank because it's a dagger, not a sword.
Fair. So we're halfway up. halfway up for the bone sword.
Yeah, it's a pretty good result.
If it's I agree that it's probably too soon to judge Rita Revolto
Yep.
because he might go in and kill Zordon next.
Yeah.
Or
You did kind of almost not be surprised at this point, right?
or he might turn into Goldar next week. It could go either
Yeah,
way.
absolutely.
But Rocky, Adam, or Aisha,
Yeah, I think hard Rocky on this one. At least for this episode.
I think you've got your scale the wrong way around.
Oh, shit, sorry. Oh, my God.
Unless this episode made you drastically change your mind about Rocky.
No,
which,
definitely not.
given that I don't know that he said anything.
Yeah, I don't think he had a line.
He definitely said Tyrannosaurus.
Yes.
And he definitely called his Zord. Outside that, I'm actually not sure that he said
He
anything.
said something in the Zord battle about, let's get the power back on, or something dumb. So, no, I haven't changed my mind about Rocky.
Okay, Hard Adam.
Hard Adam, that's
Hard
right.
Adam. This is...
How?
That's the best kind of Adam.
I would be comfortable calling this, if not the best episode of Power Rangers we've seen,
Yep.
the best we've seen in a long time.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
And I just really hope that the next 3 parts don't ruin it.
Yes.
I mean, I presume they've lost their powers. They can't have no powers forever.
Yes.
So,
Otherwise, they'd just be
Rangers.
Yes.
So I assume that the next 3 parts involve them getting new powers.
Some sort of quest.
This is the equivalent of the movie.
Yes.
Is what we're seeing.
Except way better than the movie, for this act.
Yes,
Episode.
I cannot guarantee that the rest of it is better than the movie.
Yep.
But this is much better
yeah.
than the equivalent part of the movie.
Yep. Even with all the money that the movie
I
had.
don't even remember how they lost their powers. Is it because Zordon got kicked out of his tube?
Yeah, that's right. Because Ivanu's trashed the command center, basically. That's
Why
the
didn't they
powers.
destroy the Megazord? I mean, I guess the answer is because that would cost money.
Yeah.
But
And it
But they
would look
spent
shit
money,
and look
so-
BCGI.
wait, we didn't even see the classic Megazord in the movie, did
No.
we?
No,
They just
it's shit.
they had one Megazord.
Yep.
Shit.
And it was a bad,
Shit.
bad one.
Okay.
So on that note, we'll see you next week for part 2, and we'll see if this continues the trend of being fucking rad.
God, I hope it does.
Yeah.
This is a good 4-parter.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. All right. Happy 2016, everyone.
That's right. I'm glad we could start off on a positive note. With you
Yeah,
guys.
I hope this year is like this all the time.
Where everything explodes and it feels like the world's gonna end.
Well, I mean, I assume the Power Rangers are going to save the day before the end of January, but...
Right.
Fingers crossed.
Guess we'll find out.
All right.
See you guys.
Oh, you know about bucks.
Is there an idiom for bucks?
Buck's the trend. Because they buck. They're bucking.
Okay.